Got the fear inside your veins, sweat dripping down your head.
Feeling like you might give up, but you push on through instead. Learning how to survive, hanging by a thread. No time for sitting still, got the man watching us.
Hey guys, what is up? This is Neil Nation 98.
What's going on, Petshoppers and video gamers? It's Wilson Nintendo Shop here.
What's up, everybody? I'm ICanSnake.
Hello everyone, this is WingArs28.
Hello everybody, this is that guy. I'm that guy. Downloads bacon. Early.
Greetings everyone, this is CC Trainor-Ling.
What's going on, guys? It's James, and you're the best around. Nothing's gonna keep us down.
Alright guys, and so we just want to say from us, the League of Pet Shoppers, to you guys, we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being the great fans you are and helping us reach 100 subscribers.
Wait. I think you forgot one word. Oh yeah, thank you. There. That's
Oh yeah, I did. Thanks for reminding
You guys
me.
are amazing.
Yeah.
You are.
You guys rock!
Yep, you're on.
Woo! All
You guys-
100 of you.
I mean,
But
I'm
now,
just,
here's the one part. Just because
What?
we're at 100, don't forget to keep, telling people about the channel. And, it's good for us and it's good for you and it's good for your friends because your friends will now be educated. They will know this awesome group.
And they'll know about the awesome show.
yes.
Alright, guys. So, now that you guys have heard what we're making a video for, now we're actually going to get into what we're actually going to be doing. For this special video, we're going to be saying how we got into LPS and how we found it. Alright, so when I found LPS, my little sisters were watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, of course, and it was right when Season 2 was starting. And so I saw Missing Blythe, which was the first episode of Season 2, and I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty interesting. And then my two sisters told me about it, and they're like, oh yeah, there was a Season 1. I'm like, wait, where is it on Netflix? So they showed it to me on Netflix. I watched the first 2-part episode. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I went to that entire season, watched all throughout Season 2. I stayed in touch with Russell Reviewer. I watched all his reviews. I didn't always agree with his reviews, but, so as you can see, if it weren't for this show, this channel would not exist. And I wouldn't be doing this. So, Alan, what's your story?
That is actually very true. So, it all happened around fall of 2012. I just got done with My Little Pony around the spring or summer, and I really was burned out. I was roaming through some Tumblr pages when I saw Zoe. I'm like, who is that? Looked it up. It came from a show called Littlest Pet Shop. I saw the trailer of it, and I was hyped. I saw the music, The Littlest Pet Shop Pets, and I was sold immediately. So I waited, and I decided to not even wait for the My Little Pony Season 3 premiere. I watched it, and I immediately fell in love with it.
Okay, so for me, I was a brony 1.5 years before, so I was pretty deep into fandoms. So October 18th, 2012, I saw a video from The Hub posted up on YouTube called Littlest Pet Shop. I didn't think anything of it at first, but then later in that day, my friend D Stone posted a video on GameFAQs, told me to check it out. It was the Littlest Pet Shop video. I actually did check it out with an open heart because I don't go into shows with a bad mind. I went into My Little Pony with a really open mind. So I started watching the trailer, the intro, the pet's introduction song. They were both amazing. I loved Zoe Trent immediately. So I posted it to my Facebook saying, like, this show is going to be so hype when it airs. And I had converted 15 people into Pet Shoppers by the time Littlest Pet Shop aired on November 10th. So when the first 2-parter came along, I thought it was only a 1-part episode. So I forgot to watch the second part because my friend reminded me that there was a second part. So I joined the Facebook group and I was basically mainly hidden onto Facebook until like December 4th when I started my YouTube channel uploading clips and songs from the episodes. My YouTube channel came about from an idea from a school friend. My friend at school said he really liked the song in Penny for Your Laughs, the one where Sue tries to impersonate Blythe. So I uploaded it and I decided, hey, this is fun. I could be like the Cairo spawn of the fandom. So I started uploading more and more clips.
Hmm. Alright, now as for me, I was late to the game with LPS as well as other shows on the hub at the time, because apparently back at the time when I was young, I used to think LPS was basically just a toy franchise to the commercials. Like, well, I was mainly into like other shows and as well as the best of the movies from Disney and Pixar, and as well as Avatar: Last Airbender. So apparently, it wasn't just a show until I was finishing catching up with My Little Pony, which that's why I was late in the game because I was aware of the Brony fandom during my high school years. But then when I graduated and went to college, I discovered the show, and apparently the way I actually learned from LPS was after like catching up and then learning its existence after catching up. So I only saw the clips and music videos from the show's comments on the Bronies criticizing the show for being like a boycott to MLP because, well, hence that's why I saw the big viewerships on YouTube for the first musical number, like Little Pet Shop Pets by Zoe. It was not until I actually started watch the first full episode from iTunes, I think. It's called Frenemies, and it's because I actually kind of actually like the friendship scenario of the party playing competition between Zoe and Pepper, as well as Vinny's like humility of trying to find his tail, which when he realized that he can dance without it. Oh, by the way, I'm a huge fan of old musical films, including Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly ones, which is why I kind of actually like the tap dance near the end with Vinny during Penny Link's like 1 year anniversary party, which yeah. So that got my attention. I started binge watching like all season one Daily Motion, and so then I saw the pilot, and I find it okay. To me, it wasn't the best opener because they're introducing 12 new characters at once, and I thought this well catchy pop song was a bit expositional, but it's not that hindering. But then the rest of the series, that's where it started to shine, and I actually call it even better than MLP, in my opinion. So then a year later, I caught up with season two weekly on live stream. Followed some video reviews with Russell Reviewer, and then some fan music, and as well as getting some of the episodes online on iTunes for support. And then by season three came in, I created my YouTube channel, my Tumblr account, and then joined the Pet Shop on Facebook, and then for some reason started joining with the group you're seeing now. Yeah.
Bacon?
What's it called? It all began with a huge explosion.
Oh my god.
You saw it going there. But what's it called? Mine was pretty interesting. Well, not as interesting as yours, but it was something because when I heard of the show, I was still a huge brony, like really dedicated. Like, that's the only show I'd watch on the hub. That and maybe Dan Versus. When I heard of LPS, and I was curious, and I looked up like online about it, and most bronies were being very negative. So I decided, well, I'll be negative towards it because, well, why not? I don't know.
Join
I guess
the
I was,
herd.
yeah, join the herd, right? So, yeah, because I was super dedicated. I wore shirts and everything. Even everybody at my work knew I was like a super brony. So my bosses would joke about it. It was ridiculous, but they still do know. But I'm not as serious. But what's it called? So, weeks went by. They would show the advertisement, the commercials, and I'd be like, I don't care. But then it all happened when I was doing a double shift, and I had lunch, like a 30-minute hour lunch, and no one was in the break room, so I changed it to the hub, and there's Little Pet Shop showing, and it was A Penny for Your Laugh. It had just started, and I was just like, well, okay, fine, let me watch it, because, well, there's nothing else on. And there was 2 songs in that one, and I loved the songs so much, and the episode was actually pretty good, and I was like, why are the bronies telling me this is horrible when it's not? Yeah. So then what's it called? But it was a rerun. It wasn't the new episode. I was already like 20 episodes late. This is already like Shivers episodes, I think, already showing. Like they did advertising for that one, so I decided, you know what? After work, I went and just marathon the entire show. Afterwards, I got hooked. I showed it to my brother. He thought it was all right, and then I just decided to watch it on a weekly basis, like every time the new episode would show.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
basically, if it wasn't for that one time, for that one rerun, for that one episode, I probably would have never watched it. So it's kind of crazy. So now I'm like a huge fan, and ever since What Me Mori, I was just like, yep, this is number one. Boom. So I all thank that one lunch that I could have probably not gotten.
Mhm.
So it was all just like that. And the rest, well, is history. I'm fighting demons and everything, and here watching the show on Saturdays and on this group. My story had an amazing plot twist.
He has teleportation powers. He's really good at what he does.
It is. Well, I guess my story.
I honestly had no idea that Littlest Pet Shop even existed until I went onto YouTube and I saw that one of my friends had actually commented on a Littlest Pet Shop episode, you know, back when you could upload the episodes without any copyright problems. And I was confused at first, like, wait, Hasbro made another cartoon series besides Pound Puppies and My Little Pony? I'm like, okay, this kind of caught me by surprise, but I didn't really like buy much into it until I went onto Skype one day and I was part of this other group, and the same guy that I saw who commented on the episode wanted to show me and everyone else the pilot episode, just part one, and it's like, at first I'm like, I'm not really getting into it, and it just kind of trailed off from there. But just as the week like pressed on, he showed us these random music videos that were from random episodes, and I'm like, okay, I gotta admit, the songs are good. The songs are really interesting. I want to hear more of the stuff, so I just started watching a bunch of random episodes. I think the first one I officially watched in full length was Rustle Up Some Fun, and it's like, these songs, yes, I love these songs, I love these characters, I'm gonna keep watching it, and I finished the whole first season in like just 1 week's time, and like, looks like I found my new favorite show on Hub Network. Just wow, it just took one person to just introduce me to something that I didn't even know even existed.
I know.
So yeah, thank you, YouTube, and thank you, good sir, for bringing this series into my life.
All right, so let's see. How do I begin? Well, I guess I'll start off by how I got into Pony first, because it kind of trails off into that. Whenever I first heard of the Hub, I was this is like back in the middle of 2010. The one thing that had me interested were the reruns they were going to show, because it would be the first time Fraggle Rock was on TV since maybe the 90s, and I was really wanting to see that show again, you know, childhood reasons. And so whenever I started watching that, I noticed that there were ads for other original shows, including you know, Dan Versus and My Little Pony and Family Game Night and all that other stuff. And some of them were good, you know. Dan Versus still remains one of the funniest cartoons I've ever seen. And MLP, you know, is, even though it's still not as good as it was at first, it's still entertaining. Those are good shows. All stuff like Family Game Night, I could just, you know, I could just say go die in a fire. It's just an advertisement for the board games. But then came Littlest Pet Shop back in 2012. Like, I first saw pictures though, you know, it was like, so someone did like some weird dog fan art of Twilight Sparkle and made her a pop star. And I saw the like the Littlest Pet Shop Pets video, because a couple brony groups I was part of showed it, and unlike you know, unlike some of the other reactions I've seen here, like Downloads Bacon said, they actually had sort of a mixed reaction. It wasn't so much, you know, all negative, like, oh, we gotta boycott this is gonna bring the bronies down, you know, like that. But some of them liked it like me, and some of them were just sort of meh. Because my only exposure to anything Littlest Pet Shop before were commercials that aired in the 2000s, and then there was supposedly a show that was in the early 90s that was based off the franchise.
Yeah.
It has really nothing to do with this one. It was just another show that was named Littlest Pet Shop.
It was 95 one.
Yeah, it was somewhere in the mid 90s or so. And I've always seen like a couple of clips of that. So I would thought, you know, I might as well give this a shot. It's just at the time I didn't think the animation style was that great, but everything else was top notch. But the first episode I remember watching was actually Gale Break, and that stupid "Dance Like You Know You Can" song got stuck in my head worse than a cockroach in a cockroach hotel. And then I started just watching, every so often. I didn't call myself a fan yet until like the latter half of season 1. Whenever they did Humanitarian and they got in touch with my 80s geek side, and I was like, okay, I'm staying here for a long haul. No matter what happens, I'm staying here. And so and then season 2 came, and then I was still slightly on the fence. But then What Meme Worry came on, and I was like, yeah, I'm here for good. And I tried looking for and then I think around that time when I joined the Facebook group too. So yeah, that's my story.
Pretty great stories.
Needed more experience. Wait, is that everybody?
Yeah, that's everyone.
Yeah, that's everyone.
You know, I did one little part of my story though. The worst part is when I asked the bronies who told me that the show sucked. Like, I actually watched it; it was pretty good. They told me they never seen it. So
they never just speak to you again.
Yeah, they just told me it sucked because, well, they're just those kind of bronies.
Wow.
They're the day that's like, oh, if it's not MLP, it sucks, bro.
Yeah, those guys. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with this fan base.
Yeah, the Brony fan base has deteriorated into something awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a part of it technically because a few of my best friends are still bronies, but for the most part, I'm just not as active as I used to be. Because one thing I kind of forgot to mention is that I used to do Brody music as well, but I wasn't getting anywhere with that. They're already big shots like freaking Mando Brody, not Brody, Mando Pony, and Living Tombstone and Wooden Toaster and all these other guys. I could go on forever naming all these guys, and I just knew I'm not gonna get anywhere with this. I'll see if Lilith's Pet Shop has anything, and well, I did a couple of song covers from there, and I got an immense amount of love from them. So, I figured I'll just stick with this and then say, basically raise a certain appendage towards the bronies and be like, you're not good enough for me. I'll stick with the Petshoppers. At least they appreciate me.
No.
And the other thing I realized is that me and James, we are the only two people that make covers for this show. And Danny Ingram.
Well, Rocky too. I mean, she does vocal.
Oh yeah,
covers.
Rocky does them as well. So there's 3 of us, and Danny Ingram knows us all.
Well, I would, but I had to fix my guitar.
Bass.
I would if I just wasn't too lazy.
And if I had a recorder, and if I
wasn't lazy.
Yeah.
And if I could find more acapellas.
And if I wasn't lazy.
Yeah.
Because I actually have a good idea for all around the world. Ooh, spoiler.
Do the UK version.
No.
So I guess this is the point where we wrap this up.
Yep, let's wrap this up, put a bow on it, and send it out to YouTube land.
All right.
Alright guys, again, thank you guys so very much for helping us reach 100 subscribers. Don't forget, let's not stop at 100. Let's keep telling people about the channel so that your friends can be educated about this awesome group and also be educated about the show.
Yep.
Let's go to 1,000.
Alright guys, so this is Senil Nation 98.
Little Nintendo Shop.
ICanSnake.
Wingers 28.
The DB.
CC Trainor-Ling.
James the Con Man!
And that is us signing off. So from Senil Nation 98 and the League of Petshoppers, we will see you guys soon.
Take care.
See you soon.
Bye.
Peace
Rock on,
out,
guys.
home slices.
Stay classy.
You. I'm about to say it. I'm like, hey, no one said my line yet. You just said it.